very special bell, and you will hear that later today several times. And you better listen to it because it will give you instructions, and so will the colorful dots on your program. They're not just there for illustration. So please make sure you know whether you're green, blue, or red, or whatever. I won't reveal anything else because others will do later. I'm Silke Ackermann, I'm the director here at the museum, and it's a particular pleasure to welcome you here tonight. You are in a museum, but you're not just in any art museum. This is the first ever public museum built specifically as a museum. And the term museum started here. So the museum is a stage for museums, if you like. And all the objects around you, they are our actors. And if we do this well, we bring them to life and they tell you stories. So that's what we're aiming for. And the space you're sitting in was not always a museum. It was the space for something completely different, which my colleague Stephen is going to reveal in a moment. So we are particularly pleased about this cooperation with Pegasus Theatre, with Professor Shuttleworth and her team. It's something which we in the museum are very, very keen to do, to bring this building and the museum to life. It's a great pleasure to have you all here tonight. I hope you have a wonderful time, and I hand over to Sally to tell you a little bit more about the project.
Thank you, Silke, and welcome everybody to what I think is the hottest ticket in town. Never before have I organised an event that sold out in hours, so I hope your expectations will be fulfilled. But even just to be in this space, I think, is almost reward enough. But Silke has mentioned, this evening is a collaboration between the museum, Pegasus Theatre, and also academics in Oxford. I run a couple of projects which look at the interrelations of science and culture. The first one is, you have leaflets on your seat, Constructing Scientific Communities, Citizen Science in the 19th and the 21st Centuries. And in this project, we're looking at the relationship between the public and professional science and trying to unpick the narratives and look at the ways in which the public and the ordinary individual has in fact been involved in the development of science and medicine, both in the past and in the present. And the other project, and that's funded by the Arts and Humanities Research Council in the UK, and then the other project is called Diseases of Modern Life, 19th century perspectives, and that looks at the ways in which our fears of the speed of life, too much information, etc., everything we feel today is actually reflected backwards. You find the Victorians felt very much the same when the railways came and the telegraph. So again, in that, we're looking at the role of medicine and the interaction of culture and the development of the science. And that one's funded by the European Research Council. And now, hand over to Stephen to raise
So, do we need anyone to use the mic because of filming? Or are we supposed to use the mic?
Yes,
okay. Excellent. Can you hear me? I'm Kirsten Shepherd-Barr, and I'm in the Faculty of English, and my work is basically on theatre and science. So I'm going to try to give you a bit of context for the evening in terms of that larger picture, theatre and science, and starting with this space, I think, which is particularly appropriate for tonight's event. Many of the objects on display link directly to the phenomenon of the science play, of which we've seen many examples in recent years, such as Michael Frayn's 1998 play Copenhagen, dealing with nuclear physics, Tom Stoppard's 1993 Arcadia, exploring thermodynamics, fractals, and chaos theory, Tom Morgan-Smith's Oppenheimer, 2015, probing the developments of Los Alamos, Anna Ziegler's Photograph 51, last year, which had Nicole Kidman in it, dramatizing Rosalind Franklin's contribution to the discovery of DNA. And Carol Churchill's 2002 play A Number, imagining the repercussions of human cloning. There have also been exciting collaborative device productions, such as Complicité of the Disappearing Number, 2009, staging mathematics through the intersecting lives of the mathematicians Hardy and Brian Newjohn. The subject matter these and other science plays encompass is breathtaking in its scope and range. We walk beside Niels Bohr and Werner Heisenberg. We eavesdrop on the secrets of the Manhattan Project, follow the famous crystallographer into her lab, meet 19 copies of a cloned man, and contemplate profound mathematical problems with legendary mathematicians. Science plays not only take us to new intellectual frontiers, but they allow us into sealed spaces we could hitherto only imagine. And this is particularly true of medical dramas, which are related but distinct in that they generally deal with something much more common to us all: the body in pain, the body in need of treatment, the body in the hands of the medical profession. Most of us have not discovered DNA or calculated the critical mass of uranium-235 needed for an atomic bomb, though never underestimate an Oxford audience. But we have all encountered up close and personal the medical profession, medical problems, and the often thorny ethical issues that relate to contemporary medical science. These, as I hope you'll agree, make for powerful plays and performances. In some form or other, the works we will see tonight all stage the body and its remarkable journey from the anatomy theater to the consulting room, from private pain to public health. Tonight we'll glimpse how theater vividly engages with some of the most challenging situations medicine can confront. Medical experimentation on humans, spanning the 18th century Burke and Hare-style body snatching to contemporary stem cell research. The private disease of syphilis that caused such public scourge and devastation, the public resistance to vaccination, World War I trauma, contemporary treatments of mental disorder. But theater isn't just a vehicle for these issues. It brings them into new light, moves us, perhaps even transforms the ideas and issues through performance. So we hope you'll enjoy these performances, the atmosphere and the ideas these pieces are made of.